Not sure if anyone is there or anyone can hear me. But we're going to go for a walk around the city. Cool. I can see the chat. Oh, can you guys hear me though? So it's Friday night, and as you can see, there's lots of people partying and running around. And so what we're going to do is we're going to walk down I'll show you how busy it is. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm not exactly sure. But you can see as you can see, it's super duper duper busy. Friday night, of course. Everyone's out partying. And so, if you can read the title of the video, I'd like you guys to answer it for me. Why is Sydney safer than London, Paris, New York, Toronto? Did you guys know that all of the cities in Australia are the safest Western cities, apart from New Zealand, of course, in all of the Western countries? They just are. Now the question is why? What is Sydney doing that is making it safer than every other Western city in the world? The answer is quite clear as far as I'm concerned, but it'd be interesting to see if you guys can figure that one out. What is that? Karaoke. What is Sydney doing better? Is it our culture? Is it the fact that Australia is just superior to all the other Western countries? But I think we should also try to establish it. Let's just say you're in London late at night. Let's just say you're in New York, in the center of the city, or Or Paris. Paris is by far the worst at the moment. Would you feel safe walking around late at night by yourself? Or would you feel safer in Sydney? So as you can see, it's pretty busy. The Soccer World Cup is on, so it's hard to tell if a lot of the people who look a little bit strange in this area are actually living here or they're just here on holidays to check out the place because of the World Cup. See, it's quite busy down here. There's quite a few people around. Matt in Bali, maybe because the cops are over the top in Australia. Nope, I can tell you 100% no. That is definitely not the answer. But there is a very clear-cut reason why Australia is safer, because I can tell you that all the other countries, their police are far more professional. Their police are far better trained. If you mess around in New York, they've got the best technology there is. Yet, you can walk out late at night in New York and get stabbed. If you're wearing a Rolex, you are going to lose it. In London, if you flash some cash around, there's a very good chance that you won't only just lose it, you'll get stabbed to death. So, and it's definitely not the police, so what are we doing right? Because the thing is, if you have a population of troublemakers, it doesn't matter how good the police are, they're not going to be able to keep up. Like on George Street, the police do come up and down here all the time like this. They drive up and down with the lights on. It doesn't mean they're actually chasing anybody. It's just like showing that they're present in the area. But the thing is, there's almost zero crime here. It is by far one of the safest cities, not only in the world, but, you know, obviously, would you walk around late at night in a South African city? Probably not. Wouldn't be safe. You probably wouldn't do it in almost any European city except for the you know, those Eastern European cities that are still predominantly, you know what? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? I can't see the chat, so I don't know if you guys are saying what what it is. Yeah, I got to click the buttons to see the chat. But you guys should have figured it out by now. You have a look at the demographics in the street, you know, it's Asia. You know, it's, you know, China's one of the safest countries on planet Earth to walk around. Same as Japan. Definitely Singapore. Definitely, what is it? Go Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, of course. All these countries are safe. Is it just because they have some culture or religion? No. Is it because of the food? Is it because of the weather? No, because there's many other regions on planet Earth that have similar weather and similar climate and similar food and similar religions. So why is it that in most other cities all around the world, if you walk down the wrong dark alleyway, you're going to get stabbed and robbed. Yet in Sydney CBD, which has pretty much, 50% the demographics of most Asian cities that are all safe, the safest cities in the world, yet at this time at night, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to be walking around London, New York, Paris, Toronto. It's probably not religion, because it's pretty much the same religion here. Is it just that we have the best politicians in the world? Really? I doubt that. You can't rub two IQs together to get half of our politicians. It's definitely not that. Is it that we have a strong constitution? We don't even have freedom of speech here, so it's definitely not a constitutional thing. There's no extra rights here. So let's start walking down some dark, dirty, dangerous alleyways and see if I can get stabbed or murdered. I know I definitely wouldn't do this in New York or Paris or London, but it feels safe to do it in Sydney. I wonder why. What is it? I just can't put my finger on it. And the funny thing is, people from London and Paris, Toronto, New York, Miami maybe as well, LA, definitely no city in South America would be like this. I bet all those people probably think that Sydney is just as dangerous as their shithole cities. And I wonder why that is. Why they don't know. I haven't seen any aggressive people yet. I wonder why that is. I'm going to keep asking the question. Can't be because this is supposed to be a predominantly Christian city. You can get murdered in London, New York. I think Paris is like a predominantly Christian place as well. And you can't say that Muslim cities are just as safe, because there's many other dangerous cities that are Muslim all over the place. But if you go to Jakarta's a Muslim city. It's one of the safest places on planet Earth. I walk around at 3 a.m. in the morning down in the most dangerous ghettos, and I'll feel just as safe as here. I wonder why that is. So this is Maloney's hotel. There's a lot more South Americans and backpackers that come here. The demographics are a little bit different. Oh, there's one guy from the demographic that I was thinking of, and he's telling his friend about how to punch. There we go. He's like, yeah, you throw the left and then you throw the right. What a surprise. But the only one that I saw is the only one talking about violence. Funny that. I wouldn't be the only one that notices these things. The government would know it. Be all part of their plan, wouldn't it? So this is a Thai nightclub. I don't think there's ever been a fight here. Everyone looks civilized. This is the English language school. Mainly South Americans by the looks of things. If I was in New York walking along like this, I probably would have been accused of being racist and oppressing someone by now because of my white skin. And that would have been good justification to stab me, steal my wallet and my mobile phone and live stream. You know, all white people are to blame for everything, obviously. But this hasn't really happened too much here, except for, who was that? That half caste, by the way, Aboriginal lady that is just as Aboriginal as I am, the politician that accused some white politician for sexual assault or whatever, and hates all white people, just extreme racist. I forgot her name. She's a total nutcase. But apart from people like that, you might see her at 2 a.m. in the morning abusing all the bouncers. Remember that video that came out? She's like complaining about white people after a few drinks, even though she's a half caste. Maybe there's some See, part of the reason of doing this too is to point out in, say, 10 or 20 years, when people can't walk out late at night in Sydney because we've let in the wrong demographic of people, and they're standing on the corner of all of these dark alleyways bashing people, and nothing ever gets done about it. It's a little alleyway. Oh, the most dangerous people in this alleyway are 3 ladies taking photos of the lights there. Oh, it's deadly, dangerous. Probably about a decade there'll be a bunch of dodgy looking dudes there looking to steal your Rolex if you walk down there. Like in London, like in New York, like in many of the other cities around the world. And as an Australian, I think I have a right to speak out about these things. Shouldn't I have a right to want to be able to walk around safely late at night in my own city? Don't I have a right to even speak out about what I see is a impending danger from letting the wrong type of people in? I think most of us are sick of being told that we can't even protect ourselves. We don't have any rights in Australia as well. I remember there was a guy was banging on the front door in America. This happened recently. I saw this. This guy was banging on the front door of this family's home. He was trying to break in. And the dad was inside and just used the shotgun and shot through the front door and killed the guy. opened the door and finished him off. I saw the full video. And the father was not charged because the guy was banging on the front door trying to break in. He was protecting himself. They have actual rights where they can protect themselves. What is it? Self-defense rights. We don't have that in Australia. You can't carry a firearm to protect yourself. So what happens when you let in people that are going to be standing on every dark corner, attacking innocent people and ruining the nightlife for the rest of us? Well, people get injured. The emergency in the hospitals, the emergency departments end up being full with injured people. The money that funds that comes from the government. And then over time, what happens is the government stops being able to afford Medicare. And you wonder why America doesn't have Medicare. They don't have universal health care. It's because the demographic of people who bitch about everything and blame everybody else, like literally like grown-ass women complaining about their poor life decisions and blaming it on other people, go out there and commit violent crimes which make it impossible for the American government to afford universal health care. So it's a cycle. You'd think in a place like London they would set up traps. What you do is you have a few guys in suits wearing Rolexes, carrying wads of cash, set up with cameras, and you get them to walk down dark alleyways with like a special force following them around. And if anyone fucks with them, you just kill them. Clean up the fucking mess in London so that people can walk safely in the streets. Because everyone has a right to walk safely in the street. But the English government is not doing it. So they must like it. They must like the fact that it's unsafe over there. Look at Paris. There were warning signs forever before it got out of control recently. Now the government's got to the point where it's only protecting itself. There's a chubby Asian guy. Seems pretty safe to me. Any dark alleyways down here where people get stabbed? Well, they don't really exist. That's how safe Sydney is. That's how safe it's always been. It's been so safe that one guy gets punched out at King's Cross and they change the laws like an extreme nanny state. See, women can just walk around the streets like this, totally safe, you know? So they had one thing go wrong and they shut down the, what was it, the lockdown, lockdown laws? No, it was the, so one guy got knocked out, and because the country's a nanny state, what they did was they made sure that every pub and club in the city would stop selling alcohol at 2 or 3 a.m. That was a long time ago. That wasn't a sign of them protecting us. That was a sign of how wealthy and safe we are, that the smallest of thing would trigger such a response. There's a drunk dude walking down there. I don't think he's an issue though. He's just out having a drink. He's not sober walking around with a machete like in London. There's an Asian dude, just finished working in a restaurant. Seems pretty safe to me. He might give me a pamphlet for his restaurant. That's the most danger he is. Some old dude going for a walk. Oh, it's hot. It's really hot here. I don't know what alleyways to walk down. Oh. A few Koreans after dinner walking along safely. Doubt they'd be able to do that in Paris or New York. But the whole point of this video is really, why is it? Why is it safer here? There's certain things that we can't talk about that are the reason why some places are safer than others. Almost every city in Asia is safe pretty much 24/7. Most of the, it's funny how the wealthy Western nations like Germany, France, England, they're extremely dangerous. It's weird. Hey dude, can I ask you a question? I'm not filming you, I'm just filming down there. Why is Sydney so safe?
Why is Sydney so safe?
Where are you from?
Turkey.
Turkey? Oh,
Yes.
Turkey's safe, isn't it?
Little, not
Yeah.
safe.
Can you walk around this time of night in Turkey safely?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah?
In some city.
What about Paris or London?
London, I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think it's safer here? Do you know? So we got a Turkish dude here, by the way, guys. Live streaming.
Nice to meet you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Twitch or
Oh, it's just YouTube.
YouTube? Yeah, good.
But why is it safe in Sydney? Why? How long you been here?
2 months?
Okay,
Yeah.
not long enough. Do you feel safe here though?
Yes, exactly.
Like, have you ever felt threatened, or has it any danger at all?
No, I don't say anything.
Okay, so we've established that Sydney's probably one of the safest cities in the world, right?
Yes.
Okay. Turkish guy agrees. So, anyway, I'll let you go. I'll let you go. I'll keep streaming. See you later.
See you.
Thanks. But it's just common. Everybody agrees how safe it is. But the question is, why is it safe, and how can we keep it safe forever? There is one like town that might not be the best to walk around this time at night, and that might be Redfern. But that has a different demographic to here. So I wonder why that place, even though it's so close to here, is less safe than here. Can't put the finger on it. I have no idea. And even if I did know, I wouldn't talk about it online. But it's not just me. It's so many other people that are just sick of all of the crap that is happening in every other Western country, and it's not us doing it. It is not us doing it.
And she was like, "Oh, we're staying here at Nice."
Oh, might be an argument over a car space. Oh. Oh, it's a Karen. It's a Karen. That is a Karen, by the way. the most violent person in Australia right now is a Karen, because they're never checked. It's a Karen driver too. Oh my God. I just witnessed one of those evil Karens in her native habitat, beeping someone for no reason. They cause all the trouble in this country. But don't worry, we're letting in something that is actually dangerous. It's going to make things even worse. How you going? Hey dude, I'm not filming you. Why is Sydney so safe? This is a bouncer I'm talking to.
Why is Sydney so safe?
Yeah. Is it safe then? Let's establish that first.
Yeah, it's pretty safe.
So can I walk around any of these dodgy alleyways? Like see that one over there?
That's dead and it goes nowhere. But I get what you're saying.
Like if I walk down there, am I going to get stabbed or something?
No.
No, it should be fine.
You should be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Well, why is Sydney so safe then? Do you know why? Do you know the answer to this question? Because the live stream has no idea.
Because we're the most regulated state in the world.
Yeah, but other countries are more regulated than us.
Not in terms of Western countries.
But the thing is, if crime gets out of control, the police don't have the ability to do it. It's something else. It's not regulations. You know, you can regulate all day, but the thing is, the resources cannot plug every hole. There's something about the culture here that's different. Trust me, it's not regulations. There's other countries that would love to be able to... They have the same laws as us, and they're regulated as hell. They just can't keep up with the crime. Why?
Well, we've got, for a state, I think we have something around 6,000 police officers and around 50,000 security guards like myself who work with the police as well. That's another reason.
I think Paris just put on another 40,000 more cops or something, and private security, and they can't keep up. The place is burning.
That's a different kind of situation.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, I caught you off guard, but if you can't answer it, that's cool. I'll just keep moving.
I mean, no. What do you think the reason is?
I can't say it publicly.
Oh, okay. What's your stream called?
I can't say that either. Sorry, I'm not filming you.
No. All right.
Last chance.
No idea. No idea.
We got something to think about. Thanks, dude.
Enjoy your night.
Because I can't say it publicly, can I? It wouldn't be, I can't say it publicly. It's not safe. YouTube doesn't like us talking about these topics. But I guess the question of why Sydney is so safe is going to remain unanswered until Sydney becomes dangerous and unsafe, and then we might be able to blame it on something. Oh, I guess we're going to have to find out the hard way, aren't we? Look at all these people drinking peacefully and civilized out the front of a pub. Oh, some uncivilized people would love to come and tear this shit up, ruin it for everybody. Last little alleyway. I'm going to walk down this alleyway and see if I can get stabbed by some lunatic. Oh, this one looks dangerous. Let's walk down here. And if I survive this, then I'm going to, I've got some work to do. I had to go and grab myself a coffee, go home and do some work. Let's see if this would be if this was New York, this would be perfect spot for a bunch of people sitting here in the gutter, right here, rolling dice, gambling and stuff, maybe playing some cards. Standing in this corner might be a good little spot for a pimp. Why don't we have them here in Sydney? I just can't put my finger on it. Wonder if you guys can. I have to read the chat later on. I can't actually see it right now. Oh, there's a wine bottle and some peanut butter. Broken wine bottles, the most dangerous thing you're going to find in Sydney. But don't get me wrong, there are some crimes starting to pop up. Some people are a little bit low IQ and impulsive, and they like doing stabby things in Sydney. And a few things have got out of control recently. It's safe, don't worry. There's nobody with no life hanging in dark alleyways trying to stab me, like in New York, London, Paris, Toronto. I was on the phone to a friend. Oh, is that guy gonna rob me? Oh, okay, survived. I was on the phone to a friend. Where was he? He was in Toronto or one of these cities in Canada, and a special demographic of person shot someone in the head literally 2 blocks from him, and he walked over there while I was on the phone to him to check it out, and he spoke to a few people and they told us what was going on. This would be a good little spot for, let's just say this is Philadelphia. Have you guys Googled Philadelphia or looked on YouTube at the streets of Philadelphia? This would be packed full of people, crackheads. But we don't live in Philadelphia, do we? This isn't London. This isn't Paris. Oh, there's a couple talking over there. They seem safe to me. I'm not sure if they're going to attack me any moment or they're on a romantic date. Grandpa over here. Grandpa's got his mask on, so only threat of him is maybe catching COVID from him or a cough. I have to worry about him stabbing me. Some stairs. Oh. Safe. Lady finishing work, walking home. Like, I know it seems a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but let's just say we're walking through one of those other cities. There would legit be people hanging out in all these alleyways. Like, seriously. You know what? When crime increases in cities, people like this can't go out. These people are going to the football, right? They're going to some sort of a football. Where am I, actually? Oh, this is Oxford Street, isn't it? Yeah. They lose money when people want to go to events. Like, see those people? They go into an event. Hey, where are you guys from? What country?
Australia.
Oh, you're from Australia? Oh.
Just going for England.
Oh, you're going for England?
Yeah.
Why is Sydney safer than London?
Why is Sydney safer than London?
Is she from England?
No, she's been there. I haven't.
Okay. She doesn't want to answer.
Well, mate, have a good one.
See you later. I wonder why she doesn't want to answer. Maybe she likes the BBC, doesn't want to give them up. Anyway, live stream ended. There is a cop car up there, but as usual, I probably won't be able to see where they're going. I guess we could walk around the cross. That would have probably been a better way, but the thing is that place is full of crackheads. It's like I'd be actively looking for the most dangerous part of Sydney, and still it would probably be safer than London. That lady that was that lived in London, yeah, you can see it on her face. she knew what was up. But anyway, I think we're done here. Have a good night.